And now, World Improv Network proudly presents Community Court.
When two parties cannot solve a dispute, no, community court is there to solve the problem. See?
All rise for the most honorable Judge Kenneth Vicarro.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Oh.
We're having fun tonight.
Oh, whoa.
We're
Caught me
getting
by surprise
what?
there, Judge.
Yeah,
Whoa.
well.
Well, I want to say I'm not against the NRA at all. Not in my campaign.
All right. Well, you heard it straight from the lips of Miss Hillary Clinton, possibly the president of the United States of America.
Well, pending the election, of course.
Your
Well, yeah,
Honor,
that's- I
it's
said
just
possibly.
a formality. It's a formality already. I'm not just going to be the president of the United States and the first, yes, Junior, the first woman president of the United States.
That's what Junior's laughing
I'm also
at.
going to be the
sorry.
first woman leader of the free world.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, hey, we don't need to. We can hash this out in just a second here. I mean, because frankly, this is what is lies in the balance is the presidential race. You know, we're trying to look at maybe some funny business, tampering with votes, voter populations and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already met you, Miss Senator Hillary Clinton, and I've got here on my left Senator Bernie Sanders.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I know. Yeah, he kind of looks like Mr. Magoo.
That's even a reference from my youth.
All right, you ain't fooling anybody.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Senator Sanders, what brings us here today? What is your complaint against Miss Hillary Clinton?
What brings us here is an abuse of power by the establishment. I was attempting to hold a rally to get all the burners, all the Bernie supporters, everyone feeling the burn in Iowa.
Sure.
Get them to come out, get them to support me. And Ms. Secretary Clinton conjured up a snowstorm and ruined my rally. This is another
You said
example.
conjure?
Yes, she conjured. She controls the weather. So she conjured up a snowstorm and ruined the rally.
Miss Clinton, is there any validity to this claim? You control the weather?
Well, I was the former Secretary of State. That is correct. And under the Secretary of State role, one of my main jobs was to control the weather worldwide, where we wanted to control the weather in order for our best interests. And for the country's best interest, maybe a snowstorm would be advantageous during the Iowa caucuses, but who's to say?
Well, I think you just said it'd be advantageous, and you said that part of your responsibilities as secretary was to control the weather of the world, no less.
Well, I am now running for the presidency. I am no longer engaged in my Secretary of State roles. That has been handed on to Mr. John Kerry.
But you still are endowed with these powers. You're like Storm from the X-Men.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, before I say anything else, you will not have access to my emails. The most recent ones have been...
And can I just say, I think we're all tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Well, Colonel Sanders, clearly we're all tired about you talking about fried chicken for all these years, in all honesty.
Wait, is that you? You're the one and the same?
Yes. Everyone, I am the all Sanders.
And
I am the collected consciousness of all Sanders.
I gave Junior some of your chicken earlier, and it's burning right through.
Your Honor, that's exactly my point here. First of all, Mr. Colonel Sanders over here, before he started making fried chicken...
For the record, in this guise, I prefer to be called Bernie.
Okay, when Bernie before he ran for the presidency and became senator, he was Colonel Sanders. But before that, he was a Colonel Sanders in the Civil War. And after that, after he stopped working with the Kentucky Fried Chicken Corporation, he was actually also another Sanders, and that was the great running back for the Detroit Lions. Okay.
No way.
Yes, Barry Sanders.
I see now, because Barry and Bernie are just like, they're right next to each other in terms of names.
Yep.
And now he wants to actually be the president. I mean, don't you think that's a little greedy?
I think it's clear that I have proven myself in other arenas, in the NFL. one of the most dangerous sports on earth.
Are you like
the business
Wolverine
industry?
then? You know, you have like some kind of regenerative property that allows you to, survive over a large course of time. And
Well, less so like Wolverine and more like Lo Pan from Big Trouble in Little China.
That is
oh
correct.
yeah,
You see the hunch arch in his back?
Mhm.
That he actually infused in there. And I knew this from when I was Secretary of State doing some research on Colonel Sanders, that arch was actually in there to be a battering ram during his football days.
what?
Yes. And so, maybe a storm comes tomorrow. Maybe all of a sudden the caucus turnouts aren't as great as they should be for Mr. Sanders or Barry or Bernie or whatever we want to call them. But
And-
you will not get access to my emails to show any validity that a storm was, generated by me.
And I just want to say, Your Honor, I think this is what I am fighting against. This is what the American people are sick of, is one of the rich, one of the powerful, unilaterally making decisions that affect all of us.
Well, it's not just me that we making all the decisions. My husband as well. We struck up a deal that after all the allegations and all, yes, I know, Junior. Unfortunately, you weren't born yet when he was cheating on me.
Stop looking at my baby.
So, I
Oh,
wouldn't
way to go.
Junior,
He can smell witch all over you.
I did not live in Salem at all. At any point in time in my life, I lived in Arkansas, and then I went to law school. But I was never part of the Salem witch trial, so I don't think you should call me a witch. But either way,
That was never implied. Why do you?
you will not have access to my emails. But again, my husband.
Again,
will
we
help-
are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
There's something. Oh man, I'm just. This is a hunch. Just based on what you're being very coy right now, Miss Clinton. Are you saying that you would email in the Salem witch trials?
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Classic bureaucratic response.
But let's
Which
just,
is what I am here to fight against. I am for transparency. I am for the will of the American people being done.
suffice it to say, Your Honor, do you really want some renegade Kentucky Fried Chicken guy that became a running back and is now wants to be a president to destroy the system that we've established
Well,
of
it's-
bribery,
I mean-
of corruption and direct influence in the family lineage?
I mean,
would you-
these aren't. I mean, it's not up to me alone. It's up to the
Exactly.
people.
Mhm.
It's kind of a little bit up to me.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, Colonel, but it's preordained that I'm going to be the presidential nominee and also president of the free world. Okay? So that snowstorm that's coming tomorrow at 4 p.m., coincidental, is not going to make a difference one bit at all. I just wanted to crush you in Iowa and crush you in New Hampshire.
All
okay?
right, Miss Clinton,
I'm
take
sorry.
it easy
I'm
now.
sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. That's my
Oh,
husband's temper
jeez.
coming out.
Do you
Mr.
see exactly why I'm here, Your Honor?
Well, Mr. Sanders, you got to have something a little more substantial. I mean, I think we can agree that Miss Clinton here is being very subversive, but at the same time, I mean, you've got a claim. Do you have anything to back it up?
You're
You have any
looking-
emails or something?
I have a 5-piece meal deal, 5-piece email meal deal,
Pray tell.
just for you. It's got 2 wings, 2 breasts, and a thigh, and you get 2 sides with that, mashed potatoes and gravy and a coleslaw. And if you email the code on the inside of your box to the Kentucky Fried Corporation, you are entered into a raffle.
Are you saying that I have wings besides just thighs and breasts, Colonel?
I don't know if that was. Is that how you took that?
Absolutely. Why don't you help the Carolina Panthers try to win a Super Bowl next week and get out of retirement, Barry Sanders?
Because I have moved on. I have more important
Yeah, why'd
things
you
to
stop playing, man? I mean, gosh, you were one of the most dynamic players on the field. I mean, there's never going to be a running back like you.
Because I was tired of the corporate machine that is the NFL running its players through the ringer and using up their bodies for their own monetary gain.
Your Honor, I do want to go on record and say I do have an email that states that I think Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time.
And
Well,
I have a 10-piece email meal deal here to go with that 5-piece.
It's okay, Junior. You were not around when my husband was cheating on me.
Hey, I said don't look at my baby. I don't want you to set him on fire or nothing.
Sorry, Your Honor, but
All right. I think I've heard enough here. I'm gonna, Miss Clinton, I can't say you're guilty, but I'm gonna sentence you to changing your email account to Hotmail. That's your punishment. All right, deal with it.
okay.
And Mr. Sanders, let's talk about this 10-piece meal deal.
Oh, you're going to love it.
And that's the case.
Stay tuned for Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. And make sure to give the Wincast your suggestions during the break on what topic Shabazz should swing a bat at. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.